Hey guys, it's Goretti with Lakeview Medium and Tarot. And I'm going to try doing this video again. Having 4 girls at home all at once is a little trying. Anyways, so I am doing another wonderful tag. This one was started by Samantha Menzo, and she hashtagged a hashtag spread love. And it's 6 questions, and it's all about tarot spreads. I will try to remember and link her video and her channel down below so you guys can check it out, because she has all the questions listed down in the description boxes. So, question number 1. What was your first tarot spread that you used, and where did you learn it? I learned tarot before computers, or not before computers, before the internet. So I really relied on the guidebooks and stuff that came with the tarot cards. And so for me, I learned the Celtic Cross. The Celtic Cross was the first. I was trying to think if there was a different one. No, it was the first. It was the first one that I did, and it was definitely one that is quite complex. And not complex, but a lot of information for a beginner, I think, to kind of grasp when they're just learning. And for me, I learned it. It came with my companion guide for the tarot deck that I had at the time. Question number 2. Have you ever created your own spread? If so, what was its theme? If multiples have been made, try explaining one of your firsts. I have made a few. I'm not a tarot spread maker, because I like to just pull cards as I feel without really having a form to follow. But one of the first tarot spreads that I think I ever really did was a writer's block, a writer's block spread. I'm a writer, so for me, short stories and whatever. And for me, there's been times where obviously you get stuck. And I remember one of the days I was frustrated. It was like 3 days in, and I hadn't, sat in front of my computer. I should say, I don't even type on my computer. I write everything in a notebook. And it had been 3 days, and I got so pissed off with myself. And I remember sitting at the dining table, and I had just a tarot deck in my hands, and I just start pulling them out like, if only I knew what my main character was going to do. And I flipped a card. If only I knew what, whatever, I can't even remember what it was, what the actual spread ended up being. But it was like 5 cards. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 5 cards. And it actually opened up that block, which was nice. And sometimes I'm in the process of writing a novel at the moment, and I know sometimes I get stuck, and I'll pull out a card or two in relation to where my story is going to go, or where the main characters are going to go, or whatnot. And it really does open up that pathway for me, which is kind of pretty cool. I like it. What else have I done? I've also done a spirit spread. Being a medium, I haven't used it with clients. For me, it's just testing. I'm testing out these types of spreads to see how they work. But I guess it kind of defeats the purpose. You come to a medium for her to give you a tarot reading in regards to spirits. But for me, I kind of just wanting to see how it kind of flows and stuff. But and it's more along the lines of like their main purpose, their theme in life. When they were here, if they were able to complete it, and that type of stuff. But yeah, just kind of monkeying around with that. Question number 3. On average, how many cards do you like to have in your spreads when reading for yourself and or others? For myself, I usually do 5. I kind of usually flip out 5. Nothing too grandiose in that aspect. And if it's a really basic question for other people, sometimes 3, sometimes 4. But 5 for me, I usually do, and I place it as center, as being position 1, as being the current situation or the client, and then 1, I'm trying to think. So middle is the client or situation. The one behind it would be what you've left in the past. The one in front of it is what you can look forward to the future, like in that situation, the progress for the future, or to progress it further into the future. Above is crap, what was it? Above was things that you can pull from, like, higher source to help with the situation. And the one in the bottom one, no. The one on the bottom is like what you can get, what you can use to ground yourself to that situation. I can't remember. I don't have it in front of me, or else I'd list it. But yeah, I usually do something like that. So about 5 cards is what I usually lay. Question number 4. What is your favorite and most used spread, and why? And can we find it somewhere? Believe it or not, the current one that I'm using, I was watching one of Arwen Lynch's videos, and she talks about a spread that she uses on her clients, and it's a Walk in the Woods tarot spread. She has it up on her blog. I will try to remember to put it down below. But it's called a Walk in the Woods tarot spread. And know for a fact, if you Google it, it'll show up, and it's attached to Arwen's blog. You'll see Arwen and then a Walk in the Woods tarot spread. And it's like 6 cards. But I'm looking down because I have my copy on. I have my copy written down. And I love it because it's like a bit of a story. And it's like card number 1, stepping out into the crisp autumn air. You go for a walk in the woods. This is where you are starting from. So that's card number 1. Card number 2, as you walk down this path, you hear a twig cracking in the bush. These are all your fears you will encounter. I love this spread, and it works amazing. Card number 3. So you wrap your shawl tightly around you and grasp it tightly as you quicken your pace. This is that which you will find comfort in. Card number 4. Off in the distance, you see a deer with its fawn crossing appearing in your path. This is what you don't expect. Card number 5. A wise owl scoops above your head and lands on a far up branch. This is what you will learn along your path. And the last card, card number 6. As you reach the end of your journey, you ponder all that has happened and what has resulted. This is the outcome of your journey. I love, I haven't used it on any clients yet because I just came across it only a couple weeks ago. But I've done a couple readings with it on myself, and I'm amazed at the results that I have gotten from this spread. It's amazing. So a Walk in the Woods tarot spread, and Arwen Lynch, I swear, it is an amazing spread. It's an amazing spread. Question number 5. Has there ever been a spread that didn't work for you like you hope? Always. There's always spreads. I've ditched, I don't want to say dozens, I'm not joking, dozens of spreads, just because they don't work. They just don't provide enough information, or they just fall flat, I think.
Go to the living room together. Go.
They're playing. They're all playing. They're playing hide and seek with their stuffies. So yeah, lots of spreads that just don't work, and it happens. It happens. But then you come across spreads like this Walk in the Woods spread that is just phenomenal and mind-blowing. And yet for other people, it might not work for them, right? So, and question number 6. What is your best advice for beginners in tarot when it comes to spreads? If you are a beginner, is there anything you struggle with or have questions about when dealing with spreads? My best advice for beginners, don't rush into the Celtic Cross. don't rush into anything that looks overwhelming. For me, when you're really starting off, I would literally just do one card spreads. Ask simple questions and pull a card like we always have. Like, what does the universe want me to know today? Should I go for a bike ride in the rain? Just literally start until you get really comfortable with your relationship with those cards, and then work up to the 3 card spreads. And then, you know, stick to different, there's so many 3 card spreads out there. Oh my God, just Google it, and you can find a bazillion 3 card spreads besides past, present, future. And then go from there. But yeah, for me, don't rush into it. Get really confident, build your confidence with that one card pull, and then kind of work from there. It's amazing how much you'll appreciate and build your confidence. Just amazing. Yeah, so that's all the 6 questions. Thank you to Samantha for starting that. It was fun doing the 6 questions, and yeah, that's it from me. We'll see you guys soon. Bye.